Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be karmic gifts from the universe. So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. We have group number 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi, group 1. So in terms of karmic gifts from the universe, I feel for this group that there is ease and flow entering your life. I also feel for many of you, you're coming out of a really intense transformation, even potentially like a dark night of the soul, because I'm seeing here Queen of Cups, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Death. There is a completion of a process you were going through, a rebirth process. And essentially, I feel like you're coming out the other side and it's like things are going to flow more readily for you. There's going to be new opportunities as well related to your talents. But it's like perhaps your approach to life has healed is what I'm hearing. And what I mean by that is there's a sense of, rather than, I'm thinking of like law of attraction, manifestation, that energy where you're trying to make things happen versus like flowing with life and allowing things to happen in your life and for your highest good. So there's a sense of like feeling as though life is on your side. And it's like an easing of resistance, because some of this rebirth process, it's like I just heard you've pulled down walls within your own being, right? So that energy, especially your emotions, have healed and they're flowing freely. Some of you have had some healing around your chakras and your energy system. But what I'm seeing now is it's like your vibration has significantly risen as well. It's like you're entering, I'm hearing this golden era of your life. And that doesn't mean there won't be any challenges, but it's like you've worked through, I feel, some real difficulties. You've worked, and I'm hearing it's like an end to the harshness. So for some of you, you could have attracted in circumstances, jobs, people, situations where it was like, it may have felt very tough or harsh. They're showing me a desert in my mind's eye, or like a struggle to either survive, to keep your mind clear. Because I'm also hearing with Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, the other gift you're getting is peace of mind, clarity as well. Like you can see things clearly. It's like there's a sense of the calm after the storm. Again, I feel like you've transmuted a lot of energies, because with this violet amethyst, I keep seeing the violet flame, and it's making me think that you've transmuted a lot of fear, past energies. I'm feeling it like lodged in my body, like on a cellular level. There's been some sort of clearing emotionally, energetically, of stored or repressed energies. And it's like you've undergone this purification process emotionally, spiritually, energetically, which is giving way, especially for some of you. I know I said golden era, but when I think of gold as well, obviously I think of abundance. So more opportunities for abundance, but I feel like they're opportunities that are aligned that bring joy. And it could be for some of you, like you may have an opportunity that kind of falls on your doorstep. I don't know, like someone may approach you with an offer or wanting to collaborate, or you may get an idea, like this golden idea that's linked to your talents and your abilities that you can put into action, and it like brings, this legacy, this foundation of wealth. But again, it has to do with the changes that you've made in terms of your own energy field. I feel for many of you though, some of you could be creative or have some sort of capacity or gift that has the potential for tremendous abundance. But for some of you, I feel like in the past, if you tried to work on this gift or have it bear fruit in the physical, it just may not have happened, or you may have felt like it was an ongoing battle. And I'm realizing 9, 10, 11 here, 29, 11 as well, master number. Your connection to spirit and God and the divine is also strengthening, because I'm hearing divine grace. And it's like this sense, like you can feel the divine all around you. And it's like, as you move through the world, there's going to be a sense of the divine is working with me, through me. Any barriers within yourself that was blocking that divine light, it's like that's what's transmuted and cleared as well. It's like they're showing me the parting of the clouds and the sun streaming through. So for some of you, it's a new dawn is here for you. But I feel like this cycle you came out of was very challenging because they're showing, or very even fiery. There could have been a lot of energies that needed to come up to the surface, to be acknowledged. But I keep hearing purification of your emotions, your energy field. And it's like certain beliefs you had as well, like were obstructing the flow. And I said earlier, it's like your way of life has changed. Like in the past, you could have been really, like I'm getting more like a masculine approach, right? Where it's like when we're trying to make things happen, we're trying to control the river flow. We're not like just surrendered to it. We're trying to actually direct and steer it. There's something about like allowing the divine within you, the compass within your heart to guide you moving forward. And because you're not pushing, there's no more resistance, right? And why do we try to push or control, you know, whether this is life or even a situation? Normally it's from fear. There's a fear that if I don't do this, it won't happen. Or like fear of, oh, I haven't done enough to get this. So it can even be fear and a lack of feeling worthy of what we're seeking. And because you've done such immense inner healing, it's like you've pulled out the roots of the thorn. Not really a thorn, but I'm thinking maybe a weed, right? It's like you got to the root and pulled fear from the core so that belief or pattern of behavior no longer exists in your reality. You have a lot of divine feminine energy because I'm getting, I know we have Lady Nada, but I'm getting like Kuan Yin, Mother Mary. You may have a connection to a divine feminine figure in some way. But again, I'm hearing a softening of your path, like having life be really gentle and nurturing with you rather than harsh. Again, they keep showing me like heat and like desert, like harsh conditions. And I'm getting like, oh, like trying to keep going, survive. I don't know if it'll differ for all of you what you've been through, but I feel like there've been some really immense struggles or you've overcome some really harsh situations. And it's like this healing process is coming to a close. Some of you could have felt like, when is this going to like release, or when is this not going to be? And again, I keep getting energy stored in the body, or your body was reacting to some of the challenges you've been through previously. You know, that sense where we feel like we can't just rest and relax. It's like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Some of you could have had that feeling as well. So there's like a peace. I see you just engaging in really peaceful activities. I'm seeing specifically something creative that you're in the flow with. So, or utilizing a talent, whether that be creative or spiritual. But I feel like some of you definitely have a gift for artistry or bringing beauty into the world. You could enter that flow state from like writing poetry or writing in general, painting, even design for some of you, floristry. I just see you surrounding yourself with beauty, and I see your life becoming so much more beautiful and graceful. Okay, you have stand still above the Queen of Cups. If things have really felt on hold, especially while you were healing emotionally and energetically, it's like that's changing, right? Things are going to move, but not in like a chaotic, you know, drop of a hat, oh, everything's falling apart, or there's no, I'm seeing an end to any type of chaos or towers or being blindsided by circumstance. That's not the way it's moving. It's like you're able to flow now and you have much greater clarity on a mental level because you don't have the past distorting it anymore. There's been healing. You've done immense healing on every level because yes, emotional, energetic, but I'm also getting mental because I keep getting this stillness around my mind and my mental space. So you may work with mindfulness, like, you know, that saying slow living, where it's like you really like, you're stopping to smell the flowers, you're really present, you feel fully alive. There's just this graceful ease in which you're moving through the world and you have truth with it. Yeah, definitely clarity. An end of illusion as well. I just heard as well, like even illusions about yourself, you've laid to rest. Yeah, I'm hearing cleansing perception. But with Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, and Death, this has been a huge karmic cycle that you have ended. I just keep hearing struggle. Some of you could have felt like it was a struggle to survive, or it was a struggle to overcome a particular situation or circumstance. But again, I feel like it would differ for all of you. Some of you, this could be in more areas than one, right? But part of this shift as well is the shift or change of perception in regards to how you move through the world. Some of you could have had the belief, like, in order to attract things, I have to work really hard, or I have to like prove myself, especially if you had a parental or authority figure that was very hard on you, because I keep getting like really harsh conditions, harsh words. Look, you have Arcturians. Some of you are starseeds and you have a connection to Arcturus. Pure white light, DNA healing, sacred geometry. Pure white light, I keep mentioning purification. So this is confirmation that your energy field has been purified. And with DNA healing, again, I'm getting cellular healing, energetic upgrades. And this time out as well, like if things were at a standstill or you felt like you could not gain traction in the physical, like you kept coming up against like closed doors, obstacles and opposition, disappointment, it's like now those doors are swinging open. You also have Rainbow Child, unstoppable, new earth builder, multi-talented, miraculous alchemy. Yeah, and I feel like you're entering this phase where things are you're able to create and manifest more effortlessly. And again, that doesn't mean you won't take inspired action, but it's like, it's surrendered, right? Like there's not this fixation on making things happen. You're good in the present moment, so you don't need these things to feel okay, which is what provides that level of detachment and actually makes it easier for things to come to you. You have cleanse. So again, we have pure white light and purification and cleanse, lifestyle choices, detox, nourishment. Some of you with this purification process, I see you really caring for yourself, tending to yourself, like consuming things that are very nourishing, not only physically, but also mentally. I see like your life and lifestyle being, again, I'm hearing very gentle, like a gentle environment, or having your home be your sanctuary, or it could be like a spot or a place in nature that really like replenishes your energy. And look, you have, my body is a safe space. And remember, I keep saying, like, I see this really like hot energy, and we have lava stone, transmuting, breaking down barriers, realization. So realizations and truth. Again, I'm hearing clarity, and I'm hearing the clouds have parted. So there's a level of clarity you have and awareness around circumstances and what feels right for you that you may not have had previously. And it's like, and I'm also hearing like seeing yourself and your life with fresh eyes, but it's making me think of like mindfulness or beginner's mind, where we're we've cleared the past, so they're no longer clouding the present moment. You're no longer projecting the past onto the present or the future, being fully anchored in the now. You have go with the flow, paddle on. I've talked about flow this entire reading. So again, you're entering flow state, and this beautiful energy is what's enabling things to kind of come to you. Again, I'm not saying no action, but it's going to feel effortless compared to what you came out of for many of you. There's just this sense of like ease, grace, nurturing. You may be as well, as you're nurturing yourself and you're stepping into this beautiful divine feminine energy. Again, this is irrespective of gender, but it's like you're embodying this beautiful frequency. You may find, or people may say to you like, oh, I love being in your energy, or I feel like you're so soothing. Like other people, there's going to be a ripple effect with this energy. And you have indigo, mystery and mastery of life. Yeah, you're trusting the flow and you're comfortable in and with the unknown now. When we obviously have difficulties in our past, it can make us very afraid of the future because we're afraid that the past will repeat itself. Fear primarily is a projection of the past, or fears or things we've been through in this lifetime or others onto the future. So it's like, as you've healed and released fear, and I mentioned like pulling out the root of the weed before, and I specifically mentioned fear. So some of you have overcome fear or certain fears as you've healed and released the past. And it's like it's enabling you to be open to all of life, because you're so open, it's like these opportunities, even potential gifts that you may have come online are better able to come forth because your energy is receptive to it, right? Like I keep getting like open, it's like your mind has been completely cleansed and cleared as well. And you may have really decided to release expectations, and your trust and faith in the divine, in God, in source and consciousness is so high. It's like there's almost this beautiful detachment to outcomes and the physical in general, because you reach this place where you can experience joy irrespective of what's happening around you. And it's like that's attracting more grace, more blessings, more abundance. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 2. So when your cards first came out, there were actually 2 cards, but I needed to select one for the cover photo. But the other card you had was Karmic Clearing, and I feel like they're both relevant because I feel like you have closed out a huge cycle. I also feel this could be stemming back even from past lifetimes. It's like overcoming, I'm getting this sense of overcoming a challenge or a life lesson that has plagued you for many incarnations, that at one point, like you may have felt like, I don't know if I can overcome this, or it could have, I don't know, I feel like it could have been one thing after another, but it's like you've been cultivating the light, you've been working for the light in the sense of aligning your thoughts, your energy, your actions to that. And I feel like you've really been, empowered when it comes to choosing your path, right? Like not allowing these struggles or these karmic situations or patterns because I'm hearing restoration of hope, right? And you can see here, it's like your heart space has been purified, has been cleansed. Now, some of you, this could relate to matters of the heart, because the example now, not everyone, but you may have had very challenging relationships, very karmic. This could be with like parental figures, authority figures, friends, romantic. I'm just getting the sense that it's making me feel like having karmic situation after situation. You ask yourself, like, does love even exist? Is it even possible for me to experience that or attract it? And then it's like hope is restored and you end up with the 4 of Wands, right? Like true love or a divine union. Again, if this is not what you're desiring, this could be just an improvement in connections in general, especially at a soul level, being around people where they really get you and you feel aligned to them, especially if there has been difficulties around that. Some of you have had themes, part of what you've overcome karmically were themes around like self-love, self-empowerment. I'm getting throat chakra energy, standing up for yourself, setting boundaries, being heard, making your needs a priority. I feel like some of you, look at the wings, like some of you are earth angels and you may have like a lot of, kindness, right? Divine beauty and angelic energy to you. But you could have had people in the past that, how would I say, like stomped on it or tried to, it's like your light could have triggered certain people, right? And you may have been in their life to help them grow and help them expand, but they may not have been so receptive to that energy or that path. And it's like, but you never let it kind of, and they're showing me like a heart turning dark, right? You never let it taint your heart. You kept your heart open even when you're in pain, and it's been purified, it's healed. And it's like you've mastered these lessons through that process. And I keep hearing for some of you, you've been learning these lessons or lessons around this theme for many incarnations, like several. And it's like, as you come out of this, like you have the Sun, Ace of Wands, the Chariot, King of Wands, 7 of Cups, 4 of Wands, like all these doors are opening to you. Like with this karmic clearing, it's been a huge closure of a karmic cycle. And it's like your life is going to reflect that, but it's going to be like night and day. Your experiences of your life is going to look nothing like what you've had previously, or it's going to feel like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like the sun, look at the sun. It's like the light is here. So I'm getting like joy, happiness, hope being restored. I don't know. I feel as well like this immense pride in yourself for your strength, because it was you that got you through this, right? It was your actions and your choice to align with love, to heal your heart, to not, I'm hearing as well, not stooping to other people's level, because for some of you, you may have endured like a lot of, I don't know, rubbish. People that just, things you didn't deserve, right? Like people, whether this be like comments or just, I don't know, I feel like you've had people really coming at you or pulling on your energy or trying to project onto you. And it's like, your energy is so beautiful and so loving that it could have been baffling, especially as a child. But I feel like you are like, what would I say? It's like you incarnated as well though because I'm hearing Earth Angel, but a very spiritually evolved soul, right? And with that, sometimes those around us who are not at that frequency or are not open to the vibration of love, that can be very triggering. And that is a little bit what I feel is happened or has happened in your life. It's like I'm seeing an angel trying to offer like love and, you know, nurture others, and people like throwing the gifts back at them like that. It could have felt a little bit like that. Like, why aren't people responding with love and compassion? Because that's the energy you come from. But I also feel like some of you have developed, you may resonate with being an empath, but now it's like you're an empowered empath where you're not internalizing other people's reactions. I'm hearing like thicker skin. And this could tie into what you're here to create, right? Because, you know, when we put that energy out into the world, there will always be a varying response. Those who are receptive to your frequency or show up on a similar level may be open to that love. But for others, this amount of love, like you have a really powerful heart chakra, that amount of love could be triggering, or it could bring up their fears and their shadows. And with Smokey Quartz, again, I feel like you have transmuted and worked through a lot of energies. And I'm hearing some of it wasn't even yours. Some of you, yes, you may have had lessons you were learning around self-love, empowerment, boundaries, all these things. And again, I feel like it's going to help you in the future around your career or your life purpose as well for some of you. But or for all of you, it's going to benefit your future. But I'm feeling as well, some of the karma you were working through may not have even been your own. Like you, again, I'm hearing Earth Angel, like a volunteer soul, where you come in to help. And some of you have selected earlier connections like families, bloodlines, where you were helping to heal that lineage. And I feel like you have a lot of ancestors just clapping and applauding you for the work you've done. I'm hearing only you had a heart that was pure enough to withstand that. You have diligence with Two of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you have a higher perspective of things, right? So if someone were to come at you, it's like you can know, for example, okay, that was unfair how they treated me. But because you're so loving and compassionate, it's like you can see the soul within them, and you know, like for example, you may say, oh, well, you know, they didn't mean it, or they're just hurting right now. So it's like and part of that is because your frequency is so high, because you come from these higher realms, you know, and recognize that everyone is source, is divine. But it's like on a human level, sometimes even though we can have compassion for those individuals, we may need to kind of set boundaries or cut them off to move forward. I'm also seeing, we only have 7-7, but I'm seeing 777 in my mind's eye. So you may have a connection to that number. That is, for me, a number of divinity. Again, you're very, very divine. You're definitely an angel. And I feel like you took on this life partly to kind of help raise the consciousness of this planet. And it ties into, some of you do have quite a big purpose, or there's something that I'm hearing your love can change the world, right? Like there's something about your love, your compassion, your kindness that just helps liberate others. And you may notice like animals, children, some of you have a real gift working with children or those who are vulnerable specifically. You're very strong healers. But you may notice, like, you see how she's like cuddling a crocodile? That's what I feel. It's like, even with animals that are, I'm not recommending hugging or going near dangerous animals, but it's like she can, like, I'm hearing soothe that savage energy, right? Like, what is it called? Like soothing the beat? I don't know. But it's like now, and again, I'm not recommending you should do that, literally or metaphorically, even if we're talking about people, like that's not your job, right? Like they still need to heal themselves. But it's like, it's making me feel like when people are around you, even if they have tons of defenses and they're kind of on guard, it's like the guard falls around you. So natural born healers, counselors, yeah, like, I don't know. It's like you help people, remind them that, hang on, like maybe I'm this light being as well. Like but again, some people may get triggered because they've lost touch with that part of themselves, and that light makes them feel like they've been removed from it. So when you embody that, it could be a little uncomfortable for them. You have protection. You have a lot of divine protection, especially from people that come at you. And again, I feel like some people have been allowed on your journey or on your path, partly as well, because, how would I say, to teach you certain lessons. And with protection, I also think about setting boundaries and energetic protection, right? Not taking on other people's stuff, their projections. And I feel like that was one of your life lessons as well. But it's like you do have a lot of divine support around you as well, because I do feel like you're a volunteer. You have crystal child, your natural core, pure, innocent, removing falsehood seer. You guys are super psychic as well. So one of the karmic gifts could be an increase around the third eye especially, but clairvoyance, psychic abilities. And again, it's like that cycle's completely over. It's like you've removed the layers of conditioning or pain or projections that others have put on you. You're also a crystal or indigo child, or you may create, for some of you, you may work or have dealings with crystal or indigo children, right? There was something around children really being drawn to your energy, but you could almost inspire these like mirroring spiritually advanced youth. Inspire, heart, dialogue, action, passion, community. Either way, I see you having, like, you have the potential to really inspire the collective in some way, like you're creating something. Look at the third eye. You guys are visionaries with King of Wands. And for those of you that have a really clear vision of what you want to do in the world, I feel like Spirit is really encouraging you in that direction. You have golden age wisdom, diamond heart, seed crystal. You have a diamond heart, and it's been formed, and it's so, luminous through these challenges and trials. DNA activation, Lemuria, priestess awakening, huge expansion to your clairvoyance and your psychic abilities. I don't know, other people may become more psychic around you. Like they may be able to see things they can't see normally. You're definitely here to uplift the collective consciousness, to raise the vibration. Because I keep hearing that you could be planted in complete darkness, and it's like, and some of you, that's what you've healed. But it's like you could be in complete darkness and still illuminate, because your connection with love and God is so strong. Laren, Stargate, personal power, healing, entanglements, throat opening. You've definitely had many karmic relationships, but it's put you into this energy of power, leadership, boundaries, self-autonomy, being clear in terms of what's yours and what belongs to another, how to protect your energy, set boundaries. And that's going to be instrumental for many of you with what you do in the future and what you bring into the world. Because again, when we are this beautiful light being, or even when we create beautiful things, it's like it can attract both good and bad, right? Well, yeah, in the sense of you may have reactions that are not as positive or not as supportive. You also have Akashic Records, evaluation and review, sitting above the Seven of Cups. So there's some changes or opportunities that come in that are destined for you. So one of these karmic gifts, it's like things are going to start to come into alignment and feel fated, especially around soulmate connections. Because for this group, you've already done, for many of you, I feel like you've already done this healing work. And it's like now, it's like you're ready to receive the fruits of your labor, right? You're ready for this new cycle. And for some of you, this definitely, if you haven't met a divine partner, you're about to, or there's that potential, right? Because I see it tying into, it's like your future is very much divinely orchestrated, where I see this divine union and there's something that you're bringing into the world. For some of you, there could be a book or something that you're creating or sharing with others that helps you open their heart or help to remind them of who they truly are as a divine being. And it's like the only way you could do that is through going on this journey yourself. For this group, I feel like you were awakened in childhood. Like you already knew that you were divine. You knew, you know, God's source, the divine is within. I feel like all of that was it's like the veil didn't fully fall for you. And part of that is because you're psychic and you're a seer. The last card you have, authentic self, who are you? Sitting above the Four of Wands. But again, it's like you know who you are, and it's like as you've removed any projections or distortions around your identity or who people told you were, it's like now your soul family or soulmates can find you. It's like there's something about right now, like you're far more transparent, or you are more visible to them, or you will be. There's something about your energy. It's like setting off that signal, right? So that the right people can find you. And I feel like you're in that place. I also think you help, and look at you just glow. Like you have an aura and an energy about you where you just light up everywhere you go. But again, when you carry a light this intense, it can have, you know, many different reactions. But I feel like you've reached a level of self-love where you love and accept yourself in entirety. But you're also, I feel like you're here to help people awaken and remember their divine self and who they really are. So that's all I have for you. And one of the karmic gifts I want to say is success with your life purpose, or like you may find opportunities come up or doors start opening around helping you to either fully step into your life purpose or expand on your purpose. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, Group 3. So for this group, if you don't resonate as being a creative soul or even like an entrepreneurial soul, this is definitely not your group, because that's where the energy is really strong for you. Because with creative intelligence, we have 3-3. The number 33 could be significant, but again, I'm getting that like divine artist, or also energy. I feel like there's this energy of movement around you. And with Sunstone, I see you having a lot more success with whether this is like an artistic or creative project, a business, like creating your own streams of income. For some of you, I'm even seeing like being a digital nomad, because I'm also seeing there's blessings around travel or movement. I keep seeing some of you in like a tropical location, whether this is like a trip or like a relocation or you're living there. I'm seeing like, tropical and warm climates as well. But I feel like for many of you, there's this sense of feeling liberated. I'm hearing that song, I think it's from the 80s, but it's, you know, that song Free Falling? Yeah, like a sense of freedom as well. Freedom, spontaneity. 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords. If you felt stuck, or you felt like your finances were stuck, or a project or business wasn't moving ahead, that's your karmic gift. I see things moving again. I see you being liberated, and I see you really being in touch with your inner child. Now, I think what's triggered this is you really getting in touch, for example, with your inner child and working toward like knowing within yourself what you need or what feels right for you in terms of your fulfillment and what will benefit you moving forward. But I just get this sense of like coming into alignment with who you really are, and life really reflecting that back to you, or having things flow in a way where things start to feel, I don't want to say effortless, but there's definitely less challenges and less resistance for you. Yeah, and I feel like your energy, like your creative energy, your inspiration, the energy to bring ideas into the world with creative intelligence and Empress is increasing. But it's like with the Empress, you know, she doesn't force anything, right? She just flows with that energy. And look, we have Emperor and Empress. I feel like though this could be representing the energy within you, because I feel like you've come into unity with yourself, and that's what's creating this powerful energy. Some of you have gone through like a Kundalini awakening. There's something that's creating more life force energy for you. You could be like really taking care of yourself in terms of movement and nutrition. I just get this really, I'm hearing that song, is it Celine Dion, I'm Alive? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And you have here, look, relaxation in a hammock. Again, I feel like there's still going to be downtime, but I'm seeing some of you on some sort of trip, like a tropical island, or I don't know, like you may create certain streams of income and be able to travel or do a little bit of travel and movement. I just see this is also balancing and confirming you're not just working hard in the sense of like, I'm hearing like, you know, the grind where you're kind of like, oh, I've got to bring this into form. I've got to make this happen. I just see you kind of flowing. Look, you have relaxation and voyage. So again, very strong energy around travel or relocation, movement, and finding a place where like you may end up living somewhere where it's like a perpetual holiday. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know. I'm drawn to like the sunflower here. Like I see like fun, freedom, joy. And again, for some of you, this may be a trip that you've been wanting to do, but I do see if you have been building like a certain stream of income or starting a business or especially doing something that enables you to work online or an opportunity where you can be creative and work online or really follow your heart, I see that as well. You've achieved a beautiful balance, I feel, with the Emperor and Empress between masculine and feminine, but also rest and action. And I feel like some of you may be moving, part of the karmic gifts is moving into a life or lifestyle or location even where you feel like it really suits you. It reflects your values. It reflects, you know, the lifestyle. That's what I feel is a big lifestyle change. You could be, and again, some of you may be moving from one stream of income to another. And it's like what you're doing now is so much more kind of nourishing and it enables you to have more freedom of schedule or more downtime to take a trip or to, you know, go to the forest or just be in an energy where you can kind of just be you is what I'm hearing. Like I don't know, it's like the boundaries around you, if you were boxed in any way, or you felt like you couldn't either be yourself or live life, you know, in a way that's congruent with who you truly are, that's what's shifting. But again, I get a really bright energy from this group. And I'm hearing that song, Following the Sun. You know, you can find me Following the Sun. And it's like in the film clip, it's like these girls traveling. And that's what I'm seeing here as well. But you have a very strong connection to the sun, I'm getting. Now, some of you could be Leos or you could have Leo in the chart, but I'm just getting, or Taurus or Libra, even some water, but I'm just getting this like, I don't know, beautiful energy, like joy, expansion, creation. But also for some of you, if your life has felt stale with the Eight of Swords, it's like there's a little bit of excitement coming, but like healthy excitement, right? Where it's like coming from a beautiful trip or you having new creative ideas. It's like you're going to feel so alive. And as well, if you were trapped in like a particular job or location or something that left you feeling kind of drained or bound, that's what's changing as well. Like I see you feeling a lot more free. But again, I feel like you have already done a lot of inner work, or for some of you, you've already worked on like a project or a business, and it's like things and results are coming back to you because of those intentions. You have Lemurian Shaman. You have a really strong connection to water as well, because I'm seeing water here. And when I think of Lemuria, I think of water as well. Yeah, shadow dissolving, a gaze of truth, going beyond fear, initiation. Some of you are doing something you've wanted to do for a long time or changing your life in a way that you've really wanted to, but maybe the timing wasn't right, or perhaps you had to close out some karmic energies, specifically around mindset, around beliefs of what's possible for you. And as you've done that, it's like things start to kind of move ahead or things are able to flow more readily to you. Yeah, you're able to attract, I'm hearing, more favorable outcomes. Look, you literally have expression. This group, some of you are so creative. You may be writers, poets, artists, songwriters, or musicians. You have authentic expression. Words are powerful truth. I see you really living, and we have dolphins here. I see you really living by your truth and living in a way that feels authentic and aligned with you, even if other people don't fully understand it. And this is what I feel like, some of you may be more nomadic, or you may, like I'm seeing like alternative living, right? Like someone kind of traveling around the world, or, you know, like living in, for example, a tiny home. There's something around aligning your lifestyle and even like your expenses in a way where you can do what you love, or you can, how do I say, like you can live in a way that's congruent with your happiness, with your joy, especially those of you who either felt stuck in something or you felt like you couldn't fully be yourself in something or doing something. It's like there's a shift here. You also have inner child, innocence, self-awareness, but look at the purification here and look at all the birds like flying free. Now I'm hearing Nelly Furtado. I know these are older songs. I'm like a bird. That's what I'm getting. I'm like a bird. I long to fly away. I don't know where my home is. I don't know where my... I don't know the rest of the song, but that's what I feel. For some of you, again, you may be changing location, shifting homes, moving somewhere where you feel at ease, right? Or you feel fully aligned. And again, this could be like a trip, but I'm just getting this freedom, like this excitement. It's a really beautiful energy. And with inner child, I feel like you've tapped into your inner child, but you're creating through your inner child. Rewild, druid, tree keeper, perception versus reality. There's been a shift in what you think is possible for you, because part of why you may not have made certain changes earlier, or why you may have been feeling, for example, like a little bit stuck, is because of a belief system. Like they keep showing me a box, yeah, but I feel like it's like a box around the mind, like a glass ceiling. And it's like, I don't know, there's something that's stirred within you where you're like, okay, I'm ready to go. Or actually, I can do this. There is more for me. You know, I'm ready to shift or shake things up. Like I just see big changes for some of you in terms of, like career, creative projects or entrepreneurial projects, travel, relocation. I see you like feeling like this was the life I was born to live. For some of you, could have had something that really woke you up in the sense of like, life is short. Like I need to live it to the fullest, and I need to live it and experience it in a way that feels authentic for me. And it's like, this is creating huge not ripples, I'm hearing waves. Again, there's something about the ocean. I keep feeling that some of you are going to the ocean, living near the ocean, living somewhere tropical or going somewhere tropical. Even with this hammock, like I'm getting like being beachside. But again, that won't resonate for everyone, but I'm just seeing this sense of, you know, I need to embrace life to the fullest. I need to embrace joy. It's like joy is your compass. And I feel for this group, there's been some sort of shift where normality or convention or the box around your mind, like what you felt like you know, that energy of what we should do versus what our heart knows is for us. That's what's shifting for you. Like I see you being like, no, like, I want to move freely. I want to move in this direction. Fear, it's like, I feel like you don't have much fear left, or fear has dissolved for you. But it will differ for all of you. I'm not really sure what the catalyst was for this. Some of you could have just been doing a lot of inner work, and it's like as these beliefs shifted, there was all these new doorways you saw open to you, and that's what's enabling you to walk through them. You have Kundalini. Some of you have definitely gone through a Kundalini or a spiritual awakening, and that's why you're feeling this sense of, I'm hearing like aliveness, where it's like really lit up with energy. Kundalini, untapped energy. Some of you as well could have like a really serious spiritual or meditation practice. Yoga as well. Yeah. I don't know, like I feel like at the core, your soul is really free, right? Like definitely a free spirit. You may be like almost like a nomad, like have a very adventurous flowing energy, but you may have got stuck with the Eight of Swords. There could have been aspects of your life where you kind of got tethered, or you felt stuck in something that was no longer aligned. Right? And I keep getting this sense of complete liberation. That's your karmic gift, as well as creative and entrepreneurial success, travel. There's blessings around travel and movement and relocation. I feel like some of you will be seeing like potentially spending more time in nature. Some of you could even do like a retreat, and it's in a tropical location, whether it be like, I don't want to list them all, but it could be like Bali, Costa Rica. It could be anywhere, but there's this sense of I don't know, like having a renewed sense of life and what matters to you. And I see things just really coming together. Yeah, as above, so below, heaven and earth, sitting above the Empress. Right now, you have the capacity to attract miracles. And it's this inner work that's caused this, right? As within, so without. Your beliefs and perception and what you feel is truth now reflects your ideal lifestyle and reality. And at one point, maybe it didn't because there were too many external, like that box to me is like collective consciousness or external pressures around, oh, you should do this, or you're such and such age, so you can't live that way. You know, like all the dogma. There's something that is either shaken you where you're like, okay, I need to live now, or I need to create now. But I also think some of what's enabling this life force energy to flow more strongly through you, and this energy is creative energy, right? It's source energy, is because you've cleared out so many illusions and residue that now it can fully flow. So you're going to find like your creative ideas are going to come a lot more effortlessly to you. Like you're just going to be brimming with, okay, this, create this, write this, explore here. Like there's going to be a lot of intuitive nudges that come to you. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 4. So I feel for this group, your karmic gift and blessing is turning your pain into beauty, right? Into a gift to the collective, to the world. There's something I feel that you are sharing or creating from something you've experienced. And when I say something, I mean difficulties, right? Like some of you are really here to help the collective or help people awaken potentially, but see how you've liberated yourself. So I feel for this group, you've liberated yourself from a lot of, yes, karmic energies, but you've done a lot of shadow work specifically, because with King of Swords and Ace of Swords, it's like you've cut all these karmic patterns, ties, beliefs, and it's like now you're free. But you may be called to help people free themselves, to liberate themselves, especially their mind, liberate themselves from difficult or limiting beliefs. The main karmic gift I see for you is success. And for some of you, I do feel like this success comes from something you are sharing, that like perhaps you're sharing wisdom around how to heal, how to do shadow work. You could work in the realm of, inspiration, spirituality, even psychology for some of you. Like there's an emphasis on freeing the mind. Some of you could be like shamans, spiritual teachers, writers, communicators, but it's like you've successfully done it and you have the capacity to help other people achieve that. And I feel like you have a lot of spiritual support as well. Now, part of the spiritual support is coming because of your life's purpose and your life's mission, but some of it as well is because I feel like the choices you've made and the actions you've taken have really aligned you with divine love. It's like you've chosen the higher road and the higher path. And I feel for some of you, you've definitely faced your obstacles. With 5 of Cups and 5 of Swords, it's like you've definitely faced certain karmic challenges, difficulties, disappointments, pain, because I'm getting like turning your suffering into power, right? But I do feel for this group, you are very evolved souls and you did incarnate in this lifetime with the purpose to help liberate other people. To bring, some of you have some sort of divine wisdom or knowledge or ancient wisdom that you were here to share and cultivate. And the only way you could really dig deep and access it was through going through specific challenges. So another blessing for this group, it's like you're going to see the bigger picture of why things happen this way and how even the most painful and difficult, disappointments, setbacks, experiences in your life were preparing you for this mission. Especially here, we have spiritual service. So again, this group, you are healers, and I'm hearing healing hands. Like just you being on this earth is very healing. You also have the capacity to tap into like unity consciousness and very high states of consciousness. And it's like you can share some of these energies or this message with others and help them awaken to who they really are. I just heard you give people back their wings. You help them remember that they are divine or angelic beings, that they're not just the physical self, the physical body. But you may specifically work as like a therapist, a coach, a shaman, a spiritual healer of some sort, a counselor, to help people overcome, to literally transform their consciousness, right? To do that shadow work, to do that healing work. Some of you may write books about this and become like a spiritual teacher. Yeah, and it's like with these 5 cups, with these 3, right, there's a sense of, yes, suffering or loss or disappointment, but it's like you took the golden wisdom from the experiences and kept it here. And it's like you're going to turn this into something beautiful, like a book, a business, and you help people through this process. I just heard no tear was wasted. And I feel like the universe is coming in as well, saying like they know you've suffered, they know you've had these experiences, but it's like it served that higher purpose of enabling you to step into this mission. Because I feel like if you were to pull some of these setbacks or disappointments and experiences, you wouldn't be aligned with this energy, or you wouldn't have necessarily access some of that wisdom within yourself. You also have here with this butterfly, transformation. Yeah, I just heard transformation complete. I'm also hearing you're ready. You're ready now. So for those of you who, you know, you may have been questioning, like, am I ready to create this, live this, step into my purpose? The answer is yes. And it's like you help people who are too afraid to kind of leave that cocoon, help them to flourish and believe it's possible for them. Again, you've had a lot of karmic situations here with justice, but you balanced it beautifully. And I feel like you help people untangle themselves from thought patterns, beliefs, toxic relationships. And some of you may do this just by sharing your own story, right? Like being an inspiration and people witnessing that and thinking, oh, maybe I can do that too. Maybe I can free myself from that relationship or that, you know, that belief system. Maybe I can heal. Some of you could be influencers where you're sharing your work on social media, or you're helping to inspire people through some sort of content you create, a book, a blog. But others of you, I do see the potential for you to work with people. You could do workshops and seminars. This group, you're definitely star seeds. I'm getting strong Pleiadian energy as well. But yeah, you're definitely star seeds, and you are here to help really shift collective consciousness. Your frequency as well, like in order to keep expanding and growing your consciousness and frequency, the older the soul, sometimes the lessons have to be a little bit harsher to be able to trigger the same level of growth and evolution. And it's like you've been through these cycles, or you've been through these experiences, and it's molded you, it's cultivated you into that energy. Look, you literally have 6 of Wands and success. You may have a connection to like panthers or felines, right? Yeah, I'm hearing transformation complete. Now it's time for your success. So again, the biggest karmic reward for you is success, specifically with your purpose, but career in general, right? I see you being very successful. I do feel for some of you, your purpose does involve being seen to a degree. So part of this karmic gift is more exposure to clients, more exposure. For some of you, like the spotlight is what I'm seeing. And again, I'm hearing if you're doubting, like, am I ready for this? Again, always trust your intuition over anything else. But there is a sense like I keep hearing you're ready now, or it's time now. For some of you, there could have been a lot of challenges or tribulations in preparation to this path and you living your mission, because the collective may not have been fully ready energetically for what you're bringing through, right? There's something about the timing now where things are able to come together in a way that's most beneficial, that will have the greatest impact. And the people that need your message or need your energy or need to meet you are like ready or more receptive than they would have been had this happened at an earlier point in time. You're definitely a star seed, star connection, guidance from the stars, galactic self, unified field. Again, you're here to bring in these higher vibrations. I do think you have access to unity consciousness, or you can embody that energy. You help to expand, like I just heard you blow people's minds. Like you bring in ideas and spiritual truths that help them liberate themselves from fear or any type of limit, right? It's like, recognizing we are all one, the law of one. Like there's something about helping to reawaken individuals. It's also, when I see this, I'm thinking of like limitless possibilities. There's always the potential to create more, to become more, to see more. And it's like you help people see with the third eye, their spiritual sight, rather than physical sight. Where, you know, obviously with physical sight, there may only be like lack around them, or they may feel that, but in truth, there's all this energy. Again, you may channel certain star beings, because I feel like you have star family or star guides around you, and they may literally work through you, either channeling light codes, channeling healing energy. You may channel like a book or some sort of content on social media. Yeah, this group, some of you are definitely spiritual teachers. Whale teaching, depth of experience and healing, teacher and mentor, share wisdom. I see some of you are spiritual teachers, and some of you will potentially work one-on-one with others, conducting sessions. But again, it's like you may work with a variety of modalities, because I'm seeing some of you may be shamans, some of you could be energy healers, meditation teachers, like something around really helping people shift their energy. And it's like you've gone into the depths of your being, right? You've gone through these transformations yourself. And that's why I feel like Spirit is coming and saying like you are ready, but you may not. There could be some hesitation or fear, especially for some of you, if you've been doing this work in the dark. When I say in the dark, I mean like not, you could have been in a hermit phase where you're kind of more so focusing on the inner realm, and now it's like time to go out or put yourself out there in some way. There could be a little bit of fear or hesitation. You have detached from drama, look up. You're able to always see the higher spiritual perspective, and you're about to as well gain full clarity. What was in the dark is coming to light. Full clarity on why certain things have happened, why you met certain people, why your soul chose to experience certain things to grow. And look at the illumination and the light around you, especially with this moon. But with the moon and detached from drama, again, I'm still getting shadow work, and you've had to do a lot of subconscious healing. Some of you could work with others to help them reprogram the subconscious mind from a fear-based reality to a love-based reality. Some of you as well may help people get back in touch with the soul rather than the mind and the ego. Because you have Ace of Swords and signs from Spirit with love. Yeah, but with that Ace of Swords, it's like you've been able to untangle yourself, and now you're using that sword to help free others. When I think of the sword, I think of communication, right? Sharing truths. So some of you are really here to help share spiritual truths, help people, help to awaken people to the invisible. When I think of signs, I'm thinking of like omens or, you know, synchronicities, like things that more practical individuals may not even be aware of. It's like you're helping to bring those truths to the surface. Some of you may do some work around Mother Earth, healing Gaia. You may have a very strong connection to nature and animal spirits as well. Some of you are definitely shamans, because I keep bringing up some of these themes and they have shamanic elements. Some of you may like be on a shamanic path or be initiated into some sort of shamanic tradition. I'm seeing that. But I feel like this group, you are really powerful healers and light workers, and you incarnated for that purpose, and you've drawn to you the exact situations you needed to help you cultivate this energy. You have 37, 10, and 10 with the Wheel of Fortune. So 10, 10. You've definitely completed this last karmic cycle, and I keep hearing for some of you, it's time now and you're ready to be seen. Okay, your other cards, Secret Garden, Sacred Space. Cultivate your space, inner beauty, self-care. This is what I was saying. Some of you could have been in this energy, like almost like a hermit energy, or just taking time out to heal, I want to say. But it's like I'm hearing, you know, like the kingdom of heaven is within, which to me is just the source consciousness within, finding God within ourselves, or the divine within ourselves. I feel like it's like you've cultivated that, and now it's like spilling over into the world, or it's spilling over, like that connection you have with source is now spilling like energetically. You could be using your hands to channel that energy. You could be communicating from that place, like channeling information, writing. Like I'm seeing someone almost in like a an altered state of consciousness where they're able to kind of stream messages or stream light codes and energy from the divine. And from the divine, but also some of you are literally working with a star being that's helping you with your mission or supporting you in that process. Yeah, it's like for you to become the diamond, you needed that pressure, because look at the light, the illumination. Again, we see Mother Earth. Yeah, it's like you're here to help protect, again, Gaia. You have a very strong connection to Earth. Or I keep hearing nature spirits for you as well. Diamond light body, high frequency activations, planetary grid work. So again, there's confirmation here as well. I feel like the amount of grid work you're doing is also increasing. It's like you're anchoring in. I keep mentioning like light codes, certain frequencies, but it's coming from higher dimensions. And again, I feel like some of you are Pleiadian. I keep getting Pleiadian energy. Or I'm hearing like Blu-ray. I'm just getting this sense. Some of you are really gifted when it comes to like channeling, communication, helping people. I keep hearing expanding their mind. For some of you, I just said like blowing their mind, like releasing information or sharing information that's like, for some people who are more logical or conventional, it may be very baffling, some of the things you're sharing. I don't know. It creates expansion, right? And it helps them grow and see things more clearly because you've seen into the depths of your own being. It's like when you hold up a mirror to others, it's really powerful. You may be like a Hyoka empath, but it's like a really powerful empath, but you do serve as like a catalyst for others to help awaken them. Yeah, especially like some people may have awakenings around you, or if, for example, like you conduct healing sessions, or even if you're writing books, like your energy is going to be infused in anything you write, anything you touch, any session you conduct. And it's like that energy really helps people awaken. And it also helps animals is what I'm hearing. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day.